Hi, this is Aaron Fernstrom from the 2018 University of Virginia Investing Conference. We're here with Professor Maureen O'Hara. Maureen, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it.
I wonder if you might share with us some reflections from the panel that just ended on crypto and blockchain, and perhaps touch on some of the governance issues that we learned about just now.
So we were chatting about the fact that the current structure of some of these cryptocurrencies is not really optimal. I mean, one of the biggest challenges in Bitcoin, for example, is that it uses massive amounts of electricity. But there are other problems, too. And one of the challenges is that the block size makes it very difficult to have scalability. And so you could think that maybe the way to fix these is just change the little system so that it can work better. And that's where there are problems, because Bitcoin doesn't have a very well-defined governance structure. So what happens is different groups like the miners or the developers or others talk about proposed changes. But if they can't agree, then what happens is somebody posts a block to the blockchain that doesn't conform. And if enough other people agree to build off of that, then you get a fork in the blockchain. And we've had 3 forks at least now in Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, and regular Bitcoin. So when you have forks, then that creates new currencies and reduces the liquidity in any of them. So that's a reflection, I think, of the problems with the governance of Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, has a better structure because it was actually created by something called the Ethereum Foundation, and they have a mechanism for changing Ethereum. So it could be that Ethereum can evolve into something that really works very well. Right now it has some of the same problems as Bitcoin, but it remains to be seen.
You know, we hear a lot about derivatives and indices being built around these cryptocurrencies. Is liquidity an issue or a concern?
I think it's certainly an issue. You know, at the moment there are, probably 8 or 10 reasonable sized currencies, but there's 2,000 currencies. Will indices work well? It's a little unclear. Some of these currencies may rise and fall. I think it's early in terms of indexes in my view.
More to be seen.
More to be seen.
Maureen O'Hara, 2018 University of Virginia Investing Conference. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, Aaron.